What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Hopefully, more people get the notification. You see what the thumbnail says? It says documentary, short film project. I just want to see about kicking around some ideas. What you, the people who watch Too Cool to Con, think I should have a short film about? What should I actually talk to the people about? So you can weigh in and give your opinions on which way you think this idea that I just, you know, matter of fact, Duluth Youngster, he's the one that kind of, put that in my ear last night from a live from the infamous Lisa Smith and Williams. What's going on, bro? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what relationships that would be good, but what aspect of the relationship that would be a good topic, but it has to be something that's someone hasn't covered within a relationship. What aspect? Okay. I'm glad you checked in though. So we got one so far relationship, but what aspect of the relationship? Something that's beneficial to the people once they watch it. What's up, Williams? Yeah, I'm just trying to narrow down some different topics for this documentary I want to do, this little short film documentary. So far, bro came in and he said, it should be something covering relationships. I think that would be, a phenomenal aspect to cover. It's just what, basically, I need a catalyst of the aspect of relationships to cover. So, I mean, I'm gonna be asking however many people the same question. I ask some women, some females, the question, and then I pose it to the males and see how it bounces off each other. But I definitely could do that. I got all the filming equipment and editing tools to do it. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, it can go a long way. It can go a long way, and it'll be my first initial step into actually doing some behind the film camera work. So it's another step for Too Cool to Con. Yeah, early. Yeah, it's early, low. Matter of fact, only reason really I'm going on, I gotta wait till these plumbers come out. One of my water heater had went out last night, so I gotta tend to that business today. And hopefully they get done with that. It frees my day up and I can go about my business. Yeah, so okay, so now since we got a suggestion of relationships, what aspect should be covered in a relationship, do you think? Far as, if I'm gonna be asking, okay, women, what do you feel about this in a relationship? What's what weighs on your nerves, or vice versa? Asking brothers, what weighs on your nerves from the youngsters to old heads. And then how can, essentially we come to a certain meeting of the minds towards the end of the film, or maybe you can't come to a meeting of the minds. But to me, it got to be something somewhat salacious that'll keep people drawn in. Like, okay, I never thought about it like that. I always try to look for the aspect. You be like, I never thought about that. You know, because what's so cool about a documentary, all you got to do is kind of lock in the people. Okay, this is the thing I want to ask you. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you on film, and you run with it. You know, you get so many people, then you just take all that footage, edit it down, and add all the things necessary to add to it to look to put it all together, because essentially it's gumbo. You got to know how to cook up the gumbo on the editing tip, and the project will be ready. And thank you for them thumbs up so far. I appreciate it. If you haven't thumbs it up, hey, it's your opportunity to just hit that one that's pointing up, hit that thumbs up, and add your suggestions. What ticks off people? Okay, what ticks off people in a relationship? Hmm. The ticking time bomb in relationships. The ticking time bomb. I'm gonna have to start jotting some of this down. So, I mean, even though I could watch the replay, it'd be more so better me writing this down. So let me pull up my notes and start writing this down. That's one suggestion, Williams. Matter of fact, I wonder where Lisa Smith's at. Maybe she's out making moves like she always just, claims she's doing, even though it's kind of early in the morning or something. Let me see. Okay, I got that one. So since we're still on a relationship tips, any more suggestions y'all want to throw out there? For yeah, we know it's solidified as relationship, but what else can be an area covered within relationships that not too many people cover within relationships when I'm actually asking a live person on camera, not audios like I usually do, but a live person. Like I said, this will be put into a short film, um, a combo of a short film. So yeah, yeah, old school. He's doing good. Matter of fact, when I was doing that live, I had the live going for Lisa Smith and Williams last night. He had hit me, but you know I was conducting live, so conducting the behind the scenes of making it happen. So I couldn't get at him, because usually I don't have a back to back live like that with the infamous. But I figured, hey, why not try it again another day? She hit me up and said, oh, I want to do it again. So I'm like, okay. Williams chimed in and he said he wanted to be down with it, so I made that happen. A lot of times I don't like hooking up with old school, you know, on his time schedule. Because see, this is what I happen when I hook up with old school. He'll want to come, say, around 9 something. So then he wants to get on. We probably won't get on to like 9:45. Okay, we get on, but then he wants to go, mess with his old lady, because she be at his doorstep around 10 or something. So then it's like he's automatically going off. So it's like, okay, you're not giving the people enough time to, get their questions in, and everything like that. And I don't want to, what's the word? I don't want to short y'all of, being able to ask him whatever you want to ask him, or have him go into one of his stories from the old or whatever. But like I said, I think the infamous and Williams did phenomenal last night. A lot of different areas were covered. You know, as I noticed on all live streams since they're freestyle, they kind of start off a little slow. Then they start to pick up. Then the conversation starts to build. So essentially, I'll take that same, me watching from afar instead of conducting the actual live stream. This helps me with the ideas of actually doing a documentary. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Williams. I'm glad to hear that. Matter of fact, I went to your channel, Williams. I peeped when you was talking with your own old school in your own town. I think you need to do some more like that. Like I said, I suggest anybody that has any kind of passion with talking with their peoples or people within their town, just start off with just a easy simple vlog. You could be outside, just got done washing one of your choice trophies or something like that, and get a conversation spark. Start filming. We got high quality cell phones that could capture the footage. So just do that. Just, or matter of fact, just have someone hold your phone and just start just recording, just holding it. Just make people forget that the camera's there. That's how you get the best footage. Because it's like when someone knows that the camera's on, then they start freezing up. And see, that's the thing with this documentary. I got to get people used to seeing the camera so it comes off more natural and not staged. Because that unnatural look doesn't look great once you put it to once you try to market it and show it to the people. Well, I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, it's trial and error. A lot of people think, well, it got to be professional like Hollywood. No, we ain't Hollywood. This is just as simple as you be seeing people do them world star hip hop uh videoing something out crazy in the world. Just you got to have your camera rolling, and your camera is your cell phone. Just have it rolling. Like, hey, I'm gonna sit out here. And I don't picked up some food, or I don't picked up some brew. Something simple like that. Get the people talking, especially if you got an uncle or someone they get a little lick in them. They get to they get to loosening up a little bit. So start filming them. Like, hey, I'll buy you a whatever. Let's get to talking about this. And you could capture that. Whatever it may be. It may be you got some good kush or something, and y'all doing that or something, and it loosens them up to talk. Whatever it may be. It may be just a simple beer or something like that, or not even that. It could be just, hey, let's just kick the Willy Bobo. Okay, let me go grab uh my thing to make the call-ins work. Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna hit the mute for a second. All right, I'm back. Let me hit your line, Williams. Let me hit it. Hey, and I guess if anybody else wants to call in and chime in, because you can actually call it or have me hit your line And if you want to talk about what different areas within this relationship type of documentary you want me to cover, you could I'll hit your line on that. Let's see.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, Williams?
Man, I know it, man. Good morning, early morning.
Right.
I'm always up.
Huh.
I get up around about 5 every morning. I know you probably got, like you said, you was waiting on some people to come through and, handle some business this morning. So I ain't really want to take up too much time and then, but I was glad to catch you on.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting for it this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, just from listening to y'all live, that's the little youngster when he said that, like, Rick, you need to do a film. I'm like, man, I've been thinking about it, and a documentary, that's kind of one of the easiest films you could do, So
yeah,
and it's more real. It ain't no okay, y'all got lines and you gotta come off like this. No, it's how
just freestyle.
Right, freestyle, regular day, everyday action.
That sound like a winner right there. We got to come up with a code though. It's got to be a code, a level of respect or code thing too. You don't want to get too far off topic or too far off the agenda what we trying to get past. What we trying to do.
Right.
So, but man, I enjoyed Lisa last night. The Infamous.
Yeah.
She started out kind of wrong a little bit,
Yeah, she was man, she was hot as usual. Shoot.
Yeah, she's always on fire, man. Golly.
Right.
But she give it to him like it is. She give it to him raw. She don't cut no chase.
Right.
So, and I like the fact that Cadillac J. Judge called in and still voiced his opinion and still stood his ground on what he feels. So.
Right. That's what it's about.
Yeah. And see, that's still considered, to me, that's still like healthy, But, like back to the relationship thing, what you were saying about the topics and stuff, yeah, we need to talk about that, definitely do something about that, talking about relationships and, just everyday stuff that people go through. And, just like, everyday shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because everybody got a story to tell, but they don't know how to tell it.
That's true. And everybody's kind of under a assumption or a false assumption. I say this, like, people go to certain social media platforms and they get to buying into, well, this is how Hollywood says my relationship should be. So this is how, I'm going to try to pose it to, the dude I just met or the female I just met. Like, you got to stop watching how they think you should conduct your relationship. It depends on the people that are within that relationship, what they want out of it from each other.
Right. That'll be a good discussion, man. Discussing, healthy relationships and what does it take to, to maintain to have a healthy relationship. What does a healthy relationship consist of?
Right.
And what is a negative? You know what I'm saying? What does a negative situation end up in? We can come at it both ways like that too. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So it would almost be. Building on to what you're saying, like maybe interview some like married couples that have been married for a long time and, basically say, hey, it ain't been all sweet. I have my issues with him with this, or he has his issues with her. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, they're a cohesive partnership and, they make it happen.
Right. How like how it was, like you said, people been married 30 and 40 years, 50 years, that they ain't been on the easy road. They done had to deal with a whole lot of stuff, probably, cheating and, each other, all kind of, fighting and all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, they still made it and they still together,
Right. So like you said, well, cheating, you can even add this to it, like if you said 30, 30, 40, 50 years old, or not old, but the time span,
yeah,
it's probably brothers don't pass, mothers and fathers, and how, the
hmm
relationship, was once one of their, parents had passed, and or maybe even going into a nursing home or something like that, or
uh-huh,
living with them or something like that. Just different aspects that can make a relationship, put a strain on a relationship.
right. They can cause one to go downhill.
Right.
That'll be a good topic too, because people need to know sometimes that you got to go through certain barriers and certain hardships in order to make it out. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna have no sweet road. That road gonna get bumpy. So, and sometimes we think too fast, and we don't think about what options we have. To avoid certain situations that we get into. So
Right.
just like if you've been into a relationship with your woman for a while, or your man for a while, a couple of years, 10, 20 years, you pretty much know the end. You know what ticks that person off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what do you do to avoid from ticking that person off? Or if that person gets ticked off, do you give them that space, or do you allow them enough time to cool down and give them time to think about, to come on down and cool off or whatever?
Right. Because some people, they try to act like they don't, but they know how to press their significant others buttons. They know what's gonna set them off and what
Mm-hmm.
won't set them off.
Right. And so that's those truths that sometimes can be avoided, and people need to hear about. Certain things can be a setup situation. Like you said, a person knowing the other person doesn't. Okay, if that person does that, then what's the intention behind it? What are you trying to do behind it in order to tick that person off? What's the reason behind it? Are you trying to go off and do something else? And you just want to use that for a crutch, or say, okay, I can make him mad, or I can make her mad, so I can go do what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Basically, like a scapegoat. Like, I want to go out, but if I know I want to go out, then they may go into this whole spiel about they don't want me to go out. But
Yeah.
so if I kick off an argument, they ain't gonna want to see me. So then that's gonna free me up to go do whatever I want to do.
Right. So we got that go on all the time too. We got a lot of that stuff that go on. Pressing buttons intentionally.
Right.
So, but I think that'll go into that topic right there, go into a series of, you know what I'm saying, ins and outs of relationships and stuff like that. Because if you think about it, some of them movies that we watch, like some of those Tyler Perry's, I ain't no real big fan of his movies. But
oh no.
Not the Muddeals, but some of those other movies where it was more family oriented, and the male or female was caught up cheating or something like that. He had it kind of detailed in a way that people. It was a story behind it that everybody felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I have to say this though. With his movies, he always off. To me, it's like, remember coming up back. I mean, it's different now, but coming up back in the 90s and 80s, like the Lifetime, it will always be some man did something to this woman. It was never, well, this woman may have did something. No, it was always geared to this man did something, and that ain't how the world works.
No.
I done seen brothers get dogged just like women get dogged. So you can't paint it as a one-sided, situation all the time.
Right. Yeah, it definitely goes both ways. Because you're dealing with anytime you're dealing with somebody else or another individual, then you got to think it's going to be something that you don't really agree with, or something that's going on that you don't know about it, or maybe you got to take some time out and see what's going on.
Right.
Instead of jumping the gun and then trying to get to go into something else, you got to sit down and analyze the situation. Well, I was just thinking about some of those topics that you were talking about, and like I said, they can go along, they can go down, they can go for episodes, series.
Right. Well, I look at it, the initial one. I just want to hit with the initial one to see how the response is. The best initial one I can lead off with,
Right.
To kick the whole thing off.
Yeah, because it's gotta be it's gotta be what the people want to hear too, you know.
Right.
I want to see. So it's gotta be something to capture the people and get the people, you know, into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can see what somebody, you know, like you said, if anybody else got anything, you know, got some more to bring to the table or whatever, that'll be even good too.
Right.
You know, set topics. You can't come up with enough of those. You can always have a topic to go on for.
Right. Lo just said trust issues.
Yeah. Trust issues, loyalty, dishonesty, you know, going into aggression aggressively, you know, domestic violence. Shoot, the list goes on and on. You know,
Right.
the breaking up of family. What brings the family together? What brings them together and keep them together? You know, just all about, you know, what's being healthy and then what's not being healthy too.
Right.
Sometimes people want to know, you know, I need to try to understand. They might not understand that they live in an unhealthy life, but until somebody break it down to them and they hear it, then they might say, okay, I was living like this. I didn't know that was bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to change that and get on the right track.
Right. I say that's from, you know, being in a dysfunctional environment. Like, say the previous person, you know, they probably was head over heels, might have been their first love or something. You know, they did them drastically wrong. You know, they did things throughout the relationship that was foul. So then once they come upon something else, you know, they're treating it like that last situation, and this is a whole totally different person. I mean, yeah, you may see some qualities that might look shady, but it's like you got that PTSD of a relationship. So it's like, oh, you trying to do this now? You trying to meet with new bras, or you trying to meet with this new nigga or whatever like that? And like, no, I mean, no, go ahead.
Trying to do me how the last person did me, and I ain't going for that.
Right.
You know, without even giving you a chance, that's a form of bringing excess baggage into a relationship too. You know, you're going into a relationship that already, you know, dramatized or whatever because of your past relationship, and then you bringing that to a new relationship, and that sometimes that can be hard all the time.
Right.
Because you're dealing with a whole other individual. You can't treat that person the same like the last person, you know.
Right.
And that's what get a lot of people scarred too. Though they get hurt maybe one or two times, and then it's like shit. Everybody like that. Now I ain't letting my guards down for nobody no more. You know.
Right.
So, and then later on down the line, that the long term effect can turn into something else too. Well, you know, I don't even want to deal with another man no more. See.
That too, if it gets that bad. I mean, you do be hearing about that a lot in this day and age where, I'm just flipping the script all the way. I'm like, wow.
They got done. Maybe they got done wrong one or two times, and they just feel like that. It ain't working for them. Let me try something else. You know. Then sometimes they might need to think about shit. I could be the one that's been wrong. They never took that personal inventory. When it's so easy to point the finger at somebody else and say, oh, you this and you that, but you gotta look at yourself too and see where you went wrong at.
Yeah, but you got, like you said, there's so many factors at play. Because say if that's a female, and say she, you know, only been raised in a single mother home, so essentially she's listened to her mother. Oh, men ain't whatever, you know. They're always gonna do you wrong, and she get in a relationship, she's gonna have that echoing in her mind, like in her subconscious. Well, my mama, you know, she didn't stay with my daddy. And you know, he's what she's saying, he's exhibiting traits of how my daddy was. Maybe you is like how my daddy was. You know, I never got to spend time with him. So you bring that poison into your future relationships, whatever relationship you have. It don't even have to be that man. It could be the next man or the next man. You're gonna keep repeating that cycle because it's like, okay, I didn't get showed a right model of how a man should be. So, you know, basically that's how it leads to dysfunction, because it's like, okay, I don't know what to go off of because I've never seen it. So that's why you got to immerse yourself around people that's having, I won't say it's successful, but they're doing their best to stay together and make it happen.
Right. You know, let me ask you this: you ever been around a female or around a person that, you know, or just say with a female, and they I mean, you ain't really doing nothing wrong. You're doing pretty much everything. You handling your business the way you're supposed to be handling your business. But at the same time, they feeling like, okay, now he's doing everything he's supposed to be doing or she's supposed to be doing. It's gotta be something wrong. He ain't that damn good. You know what I mean? He doing something. Somebody doing something somewhere. You know.
Okay, so you're saying, you know, everything's going somewhat cool, but you know they still got reservations in their mind. Like, nah, they got to be doing something because you know the situations just don't go like this. So basically,
Right.
they're trying to sabotage something that you know ain't.
Somebody do it for them, but they don't understand.
Yeah. Like I said, that's part of that dysfunction. It's like, okay, that's when you dive into their mind. Okay, let's have this conversation. How was your daddy with your mama? How was, you know, if you have brothers, how were they with they females and that you see? I mean, what did you see? I got to be able to understand why you're trying to sabotage this situation because you know everything is going fine on my end, but you're trying to make it seem like you know what I'm doing is wrong. So in turn, that makes me think, what are you really doing? Because if you're reaching like that, you must be doing something.
Exactly. I had an issue one time where I had a female friend. You know, she would go through my phone and she would find, you know, stuff in my phone, nothing like, you know, I was cheating or nothing like that, but she would find other conversations where I communicated with other people and female, and she would question that. Well, my thing was, why are you going through my phone? Anyway, you automatically in violation by even going through my phone.
Right.
So it don't matter about, you know, me and you together, or we've been together such and such a now, you know, long time, you know, privacy is privacy. I still want my privacy. It's just like me going in, you know, use the bathroom and handle my business. I don't want you coming in there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like it's a boundary between, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's okay with some people may feel like, oh, you can get my phone and go through it. I don't care, but at the same time, what's your reason for it? You trying to find a reason to find something, or you looking for something, you're going to find something.
Right.
Know? And 9 times out of 10, if you see something in there, you ain't going to get a clear understanding of what you're seeing because you don't know the situation. Especially if it ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? Long as it ain't got nothing to do with you getting caught up with, you know, cheating with somebody on the phone, or you telling somebody else, you know, this and that, and you know this and that. So, but if somebody just like going through your phone, and you might see a conversation or have a conversation, but you might take it another way without even understanding, you know, what's really going on, and then now you all flip the script because you went through somebody's phone. Is that right or wrong? What would you have to say about that? But, you know, comment on that a little bit for me.
Well, someone going through your phone, I totally disagree with going through your phone because then where's the stop? Okay, now you're gonna start going through my car. Oh, look, I don't found her hair. Oh, I don't have, you know. I mean, it's like you'll steadily be on the offense about, you know, situations you shouldn't be on the offense about. Like, okay, if you're so want to be detective, you know, actually go to school to be a detective. I mean, this relationship is built on trust. If I cannot trust you, we don't need to be in this relationship.
That's just like me going in a female. That's just like me going in her parents' drawer, going in, you know, her messing with her, you know, her feminine stuff, and, you know, stuff like that, you know, tampons and stuff, and, you know, I'm moving around, her, you know, smelling her drawers and stuff. She don't want that. I'd be in violation of somebody if I was doing that, you know.
Right, but then again, you don't even want to be like that at all. I don't want to be doing all that. I mean, if you got to do that, she's already messing with something. She's already gone. It ain't nothing you can do to stop that, and that's what people need to really think about. Like, if you got to do all this, it's nothing that you're gonna be able to keep this person.
That's right.
Because that means it's something insecure within you that you're losing them. So that means you got to fix what's within you. You know.
I had that issue one time with a female kept going through my phone and stuff like that. And eventually I had to, you know, just break it down to her and get rid of it. Like, you know, I still got friends and people that I talk to. It don't mean because I'm talking to somebody that I'm sleeping with them, you know.
Right.
Before I met you, I mean, this person was still cool with talking. So all of a sudden, now me and you together, you expect me to cut my friends and associates short. No. You know.
Right, because you knew what it was going in. I could see, like, if I didn't tell you I had these people and then they just popped up. That's something different. But, like, I've been cool with this person way before, you know, you were even into the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, we get a lot of that happen once we get into relationships on the male and female side. Well, I don't want you talking to that person no more. You talk, you know what I mean? But this person you might consider was all right with you, a friend or whatever, ain't done you no wrong or nothing like that. But all of a sudden, you in the picture now. I'm supposed to act funny. I'm supposed to act some kind of way now. You know what I mean? Nuh-uh.
Right. That's just like if a brother's girl strip and he get with her, nah, I don't want you stripping and all that because you be around all them dudes. Well, man, dude, this is how you met her.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing by trying to do that? You're trying to change someone drastically. This is if they're really with you, that shouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna accept you for who you are.
Right.
But and I just wanted to get your outlook on that because I just seen a lot of my homeboys and stuff get into some terrible situations where the female and went through the phone and they didn't caught them in violation and doing stuff, and I'm like, well, okay, you might have been wrong, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time you got to hold her to a certain degree to the side too, like why you doing all that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you even not disrespect me, but it would be some form of disrespect because you done took something on to me and you done went through it or whatever, you done violated me, and now you got what you're looking for, in other words.
Right.
So, and I'm just thinking like she should be held to the fire a certain degree too for even crossing that boundary.
Right.
Especially if you ain't married or nothing like that, you just dating or whatever. Now married may be a little different. I ain't never been married, so And even then, I don't know if a woman to go through her man and stuff like that. I know they will, but you got some of them that really truly don't. That won't do that though. I guess it's a form of insecurity then.
Right, it is a form of insecurity.
You could be insecure about yourself or that person or you lack of self-esteem or confidence or it could be a number of those issues maybe. What you think?
Yeah, but I want to add something that Lo said. He said it might be someone knows others might see. Also, some know others might see what you don't see. So what I get from that is, okay, like say I'm just making hypothetical. Say your brother just starts a relationship, and his girl or he's kind of on her like, man, why are you cheat or not cheating, but he's on her like, let me go through your phone and all this kind of stuff. But going forward, she was this type of person, like she made moves with somebody you probably knew, and she was doing that same thing. So then it's like you want to weigh in on it, but then you don't, because it's like, well, that's their situation. If I add my 2 cents and they work this out, I'm gonna be looked at as the one that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So he might not have no proof of her doing anything, but how she moved in previous relationships. So that will be weighing in your mind, like, well, I don't think my brother's wrong for that, because I have known her to cross this person or cross that person. But once again, it ain't your situation to weigh in like that. So I don't know. That can be a hard call sometimes. It's like people really just got to be straight up with each other, and like you said with the 100 things, like, man, you got to be the highest percentage as possible. You can't be up here. I'm real, and you hovering at 25. I'm like, no, 75% of it is bullshit. So come on.
That's right. Whatever 75, come on with it.
Right.
You said you was real, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I just wanted to weigh in on that and see what you thought about that. So them still same issues that need to be talked about too.
Okay, Lisa Smith came in. She said, if you know it's BS, why start the relationship?
Exactly.
See, I think a lot of people, no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, some people just get involved because they think that they may be the ones that can change that person or you know, or can make that person, you know, think different or whatever. Sometimes it might just be that, but you can't change nobody. That person got to be willing to, you know, make that change for themselves.
Right. A lot of people too, they jump on any relationship because they don't want to be lonely too, and that's bad in itself as well. You know, that's when you can make a lot of errors. You know, you end up with an abusive type. You know, and it don't just have to be a man that's abusive. It could be women are abusive. Some women try to browbeat a brother, you know, and let him be a cool person where you don't want to, you know, put fisticuffs on her. You know, she get talking real wild and real out of pocket. You know, his partner's like, man, why you girl talk like that? She talk real rude. I wouldn't have it, you know, putting that kind of stuff in the atmosphere, you know, mess around and make him get into something that, you know, it's like, dude, just take accountability of yourself. You know, check your woman, not like, yeah, you know, you got to be totally submissive, but hey, the way you talking, this ain't going to work if we're going to carry out this relationship.
Right. But yeah. So you definitely can't, you got to know what you're getting into. You got to be looking at what you're getting into before you get into it.
Right.
It's like breaking up with one person and jumping into a relationship with somebody else the next day or next week or so. That ain't gonna be too healthy because you haven't healed from the last relationship.
Right.
If there was anything serious to it, you know what I mean?
Right. You gotta figure out what baggage this person comes with, because we all come with some form of baggage that the other person may not, you know, it may not line up with them, you know. So you got to get to know a person. Just like back in the day when you was in elementary school, you got to be friends over time, like not just within one day or within 1 week. It took some time for that to come about. So the same thing goes with relationships. You got to bring it back to actual friendship, because if you think about it, if you're trying to keep this person for a long time, they're gonna be your friend. You got to have that type of relationship where y'all cool, where y'all can laugh, and you know what is not funny, what they find not funny, because there's some people that can find something funny that you find, you know, kind of tragic. So you got to really be, you know, on point about them type of things when it comes to, you know, inviting someone into your world, you know, and vice versa.
That's right, because you know we I think like this right here, we all have our good sides and our bad sides, and then like when you meeting somebody else, you know what I'm saying, new or whatever. I mean, you're gonna be with your best. Like I said, you ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying, no grouchy mug all the time. You're gonna be good for a minute until one of y'all get mad. That's when you're gonna really start understanding to really see how that person really is when they mad or when they upset about something. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all going good because you just met them and they're gonna be, you know, flowers and you go out to eat and this and that. Everything all good, but okay, what happens when a situation come up and when you might have a slight disagreement or argument or something, you know?
Right.
And because you ain't seen that side of that person yet, you know, now it's all you changing up on me now. You acting different now. Well, no, I ain't acting different. This is how I am, but you just don't know that because you just seen the other side of me. I've been being nice for so long now.
Right.
Now I got an attitude, or you done pissed me off. Now I'm finna show you my bad side now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't see that. They don't look for that coming either. Like, you know, everybody got a good side and everybody got a bad side too.
That's true.
So, you know.
So really, it just comes down to once you meet those crossroads, are you able to, you know, keep walking that route? Because, you know, some people's bad side, or, you know, once they get at a heated temper, you know, some people can't deal with this. Like, man, he gets violent. Or some people don't know people are alcoholics. You know, you start drinking, like, wait a minute, they every time they drink, they get all evil and violent and all this. I don't know if I could really hang with that kind of stuff. You know, it's certain things that will make you.
As long as they ain't drinking, though.
Say that again.
I said they're good as gold as long as they ain't drinking.
Right. We all know them types. They really become a different person. You know, the split personality is a real thing, you know, and that's something people really need to talk about. Like, did you have any of your people have any problem with alcoholism? Because that's a real thing. You know, a lot of people don't, you know, take that perspective, but it's a real thing. Matter of fact, you know, some people, okay, can I use your restroom? Go to they medicine cabinet and you see all these kind of pills for like like essentially PTS pills,
Yeah.
something where they're dealing battle of the mind type of stuff. You need to know about these things. You
They're
can't
emotional.
bypass it. You're right.
Depression pills and they're emotional and all kind of stuff.
Now I'm not knocking anybody that's with someone that's that is dealing with that, but be honest with yourself. Can you really deal with that?
And alcohol is a beast, man. That kills more than any other drug that they created. The alcohol take them out every day.
True.
That's why they call it spirits, though. Them wine, beer, and spirits. That's all that spirit. When you drinking that alcohol, you like you said, you turn to somebody else. You literally got like another spirit going into your body.
Right.
But
what a lot of people fail to realize, like say they don't got no pills or anything like that. A lot of times people are alcoholics because they're trying to self-medicate something that happened in their past, so that's their way of kind of forgetting about it instead of, trying to work through it, maybe going through some type of therapy or talking with somebody to actually work through it.
Most of all, not gonna say most of all the alcoholics that I know, because I come from a big family and I've seen a lot of alcoholics, and I got a lot of family members that's, alcoholics. But for the most part that I've seen, either they going through something with their wife, or they're going through a divorce, or a tragedy didn't happen to them, or they didn't went over to the military or something. It's something related to that alcoholism. They didn't just start partying overnight and just keep on doing it for years and years. They like for instance, we always was young and we growed up and we partied or whatever. Okay, but it was a stopping point once you got a little older and started realizing I got to get on my job, my hustle or whatever. But when you start getting on that alcohol and you ain't able to get off of it, you know what I mean? And then you got, your wife or your husband or whatever, you start lacking those ills and, you start getting real abusive and, getting behind on your bills and all that. And the next thing you know, you divorced. In most cases, you divorced and you still paying child support, you know what I'm saying? And you got all these problems that start coming down over your head. So, like you said, that's what they want to do. They'll self-medicate themselves to try to escape the reality,
Right.
And it just started off small and small and small, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, It just seems like once that person lose their spouse or whatever, they get that divorce or somebody pass away or something, like that level of alcohol just go up,
Right.
Yeah. So they all been kind of went through some.
Yeah, it's just man, there's so many different turns you can go with that. It's like,
yeah, all that can lead to, like I said, being abusive and violent and everything.
Right.
That's got a lot of people sitting dead right now and in prison for a long time because they made a decision while they was intoxicated.
Yep, that's true. Someone get behind a wheel and overcorrect and in some innocent family's life or person walking anything.
A life-changing experience can be just like that. So, yeah. Old Lisa Smith, the infamous, chimed in this morning, huh?
Yeah, she did.
Southside tour this morning. I had a good conversation last night if she's listening.
You still there, Larry? Or Low? I'm so used to calling you Larry when you said no, you go by Low. I gotta keep reminding myself. I don't want to be disrespectful and call you something that you ain't accepting to be called.
We ain't heard from old Joe Frank in a while.
Yeah, Joe Frank. Man, I don't even know. I be wanting to be like, well, maybe just he's busy, but then again, how they be playing on my channel, they probably ain't sent out the notification to a lot of people. So,
yeah. What you was doing this morning? I just happened to just jump on and see y'all. Like, oh, he already on. What he got going on? I know you said you were waiting on somebody, but you was talking about the documentary too.
Yeah.
You must have gave us some extra thought last night.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, man, I need to get on there. Like I said, the weather's, the right weather to be filming outside to, do this. I need to, put this together, but I need to have essentially points that, whoever I'm gonna get, what I'm gonna be able to ask them. So, with us doing this actual live, this is kind of helping me. I could jot some things down, like, okay, I could, uh, go from this aspect, ask them this aspect. I need to find these type of people, maybe young couples, maybe young people that's just single, trying to search out people and what they expect out of if they hook up with somebody or whatever.
Right. Basically, and what could they do to keep them going, or what are they doing to keep their relationship going and healthy, and with some of the things they maybe can change about their relationship or whatever.
Right. And basically going into it and basically red flags you need to look out for. But not so much red flags where you're assuming. You got to ask. You can't just assume, because that's what a lot of people go wrong. I just assume it was this. I just assume it was that. No. Dig deep into it. If they got friends and all, they hang around and see what you could gauge someone by the type of friends they have too. Like, okay, let me see your friends you hang with. Oh, okay, these are the types. Okay. I'm kind of getting a better picture of, who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you said you seen that upload I did with my old school homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one I did, and I did the same thing. I just sat there and I would set the camera up and record it off my phone. We were just sitting there chopping it up for a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't even I was going to upload it and put it on and share it to my Facebook or whatever, but I never did do it. So I uploaded it to my YouTube. I didn't think that nobody was able to see it though. So I was surprised when you said you went on it and watched. But yeah, that was my first time with that was my people. That's my cousin. He about 70-something years old.
Okay.
He kind of put me in the mind of old school too a little bit, because he done been around a little bit. He done been a few places too. So
yeah,
he lived up north and and down here in the south. So I got a lot of people up there in Ohio and around the Cleveland area and Dayton area and stuff. So.
Oh well, shoot, you got people in located where Low at, because that's where he out of. You never know. Might could be some type of family or whatever. Lo, what's your last name, if you don't mind dropping this, so we can see if Williams is somehow connected to you. It's just a small world sometimes like that.
Exactly. Hey, while he doing that, hold on, don't hang up. Let me see if I can click over right quick.
All right. So you say you just shaving, Lo? You kind of quiet, Lisa Smith. I don't hear you saying anything. Last night you had a lot to say. You ain't saying nothing on this particular live stream. And whoever's out there, hey, say something. Say something in the comment section or the chat room or whatever. You can offer your opinion. It don't have to even be on this particular topic. I kind of got this locked down, so I can get this filming going. I guess we lost Low, or lost not Low. We lost Williams, but Williams also goes by Low too. So I guess I'm not incorrect in my statement. Okay, I'll hit you back, Williams. Hold on. And I hit any of y'all back. If you post your number, you can join in on this conversation.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
My bad. But yeah. Where you was at now?
Wait, Low said his last name is Low. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, my last name is Williams, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be no relation like that. No, I don't know. Like you said, it is a small world. Here we all can.
Right, for real.
We all can by skin.
Yeah, we all got that melon.
You'd be surprised who your people is, though, man. Once you started networking on this internet thing, man.
That's true.
You start meeting people, and then you start realizing, damn, I ain't know that you knew who I knew. It's just like, we all know somebody that somebody knows,
Yeah, Low said he knows some Williams, though. You got any family in the South, Low? He said he does know some Williams.
Oh, yeah. I might be tied up in there somewhere. Cause it's a lot of us. You know, it's the whole tribe of us. It's a lot of us. So I got people in New York, Buffalo area, in the Utica area. I got people in California, Texas, shoot,
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Lo said, yeah, his people is from the South, so hey.
Mm-hmm. Most of my people from down the South around, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Selma area, and Mobile area, and Auburn, down towards Mississippi. I got people everywhere, man.
Oh yeah, I got family out of Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
My mother's her mother. They're from Birmingham, Alabama. So yeah.
I'm at the bottom of Mobile, so I'm probably about 20 minutes away from Jackson, Mississippi. I can get to the state line in 15 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. I can be at the casino in probably about a good 35, 40 minutes.
You ever do those riverboat casinos?
No, I ain't never did the riverboat one, but I done done quite a few of them.
Huh.
I done been to all of them pretty much, but not on the water, not on the riverboat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lisa Smith said she got people in Texas, California, Georgia, and Tennessee.
Yeah. I got a lot of people in Tennessee. I mean, not Tennessee, Georgia and Texas.
Hmm. What parts of Texas?
Well, I got a cousin just moved down there in Houston. I got an uncle that stayed down there. All of them know from around the Houston area.
Okay.
My sister was living down there, but she travels so much. Right now she's in Malaysia.
Oh.
She was in Spain about a couple of months ago, and then she went to she done been all over the world. Brazil.
She in the military?
Nah, she just travels. She's single. She don't have no kids and nothing. She just living her life.
Oh, okay.
She played women's basketball, but she got injured, and then since that she went back to school and she took up sports medicine, and then after that she just started modeling. Man, she just do so much. She stay on the go.
Huh? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's why what I told her. I said, do it while you can.
Right.
Have your fun and live your life. Oh, yep. And see, that's a good thing to know. See how we sitting on the phone, connecting right now and communicating now. Man, we never know who we run across or who we know.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what people need to do more of. Like I said, I be seeing these little younger generations. And this not even so much a relationship. It's just, linking up with different people. I'm like, oh, this is my partner. How long you known them? Oh, just last week. I'm like, man, you can't say that's your partner. You only known them for a week. That's dangerous.
You can't call him nothing right there at the time.
Right.
He just rolling with me right now. I'm just rolling with him right now. Yeah,
Right.
Shoot, yeah, you can't meet nobody and call him your friend or your partner overnight. Them be the ones that get you in trouble, get you killed, or get you set up.
Right.
They don't really care about you for real. They just want to leech off of you or try to, what I'm saying? I can't, I look at it like if a person ain't real, it seems like to me you ought to know that.
Right.
A person, unless that person just ain't on to game, or they don't, they ain't looking at it like that, or for another reason they may have.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think of somebody coming out to be a fake person or a phony person, it's gonna show sooner or later.
Yeah, it was always there. You just wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm. It's like somebody will be sitting there. It's just like you meet somebody and they always talking about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? When they're around you, and then when they leave you, they gonna be talking about you too.
Right.
You just sat there talking about that person the whole while, and then I'm looking at you like, shoot, I ain't gonna say nothing because I ain't gonna give you no fuel to go back and say nothing to me.
Right.
About me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I already know the type of person you is, you know, if you running your mouth and talking like that, you know, and acting like that, you know.
Or you know how you know it come from somebody put out some false information like, oh, I told you that fake stuff, so I know it had to come from you because that I really wasn't on that, but I told you that, and you ran your mouth and told this other person. That's how I found out. So that's how I know I can't trust you.
You automatically know where it came from, and they looking all crazy then, like, oh, man, you didn't tell. I didn't. I'm like you ain't the only one they told.
Right.
Like you done told a lot of people, like, nah, man, you the only person I told this. So in order for this information to get out and get back to me, I know you got to be the one saying it.
Right. Now, Lisa Smith said, I got a homegirl that likes to travel a lot. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with traveling a lot. You know,
It don't cost to travel. It don't cost a lot. It don't cost a lot like people think. You know what I mean? It don't cost a lot to travel. So
yeah, if you're really, you know, seeking them flights and you know, them package deals where, you know, they got different resorts depending on where you're going to, yeah, you can find some nice deals.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll say this: if you're trying to be like, oh, well, I don't want to fly and I want to drive my own car, you're gonna be paying a lot in gas money if you're trying to drive across this country. You're trying to go stay somewhere because that's what will kill you.
And you're gonna be limited because some places you're gonna have to get in that air.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to drive that car, but so far in so many places.
Right.
You're gonna need that boat or that plane to get certain places.
Right.
You know. I guess we done turned this one into another good one while it was early.
Yeah, and hit them one day early. Like, dang, Rick coming on early. Like, hey, it's just a fluke that I had to come on because, you know, I got to wait for these repairmen to come do their job.
It's good that people in and listening, though. Glad they chime back in. Hit that thumbs up button if y'all liking it.
Right.
We still here.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like I ain't been to sleep for real. I know I got a few hours, though. I'm all right. I get up early. I get up every morning at 5. I get on my grind at 5 in the morning every morning. I don't need no alarm clock to wake me up and nothing. I'm already up.
Huh, that's good. I mean, I don't use no alarm clock either. It's like that circadian clock within you, inside your body, it tells you, okay, it's time to get up.
I got up this morning, and it's 9:40 on my end, and I done already put a valve cover gaskets on a little 2001 980 Hartman Accord. I put a valve cover gasket on, and I put a fan, AC fan on for this young lady.
Man, you getting it in early for real.
Getting it in early, man. Especially because it gets so hot down here, you know.
Oh yeah, it will. Yeah, you gotta look at it from that aspect too. If you don't, you ain't gonna want to be doing all that stuff later when it's all sweltering.
Man, yesterday it was 101, and that was when it was raining because it started raining in the evening part. And it was still 100 degrees while it was raining.
Damn.
I said, shit. Yeah, you got to get in there early. You got to be that early bird. You want that worm.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah. Lisa Smith said, what's it say? I'm with you, Williams. That's me. And then she said, I get up early to prepare for the rest of the day.
That's it. You know. So by the time some people get up, man, I've been 10, 11 o'clock. Shoot, I be already been doing my job. I run a lawn care service and I pressure wash houses, cars, RVs, and boats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do a little mechanic work too, so I'm always kind of busy. You know, and I got a cleaning service that I work at. I clean out buildings at a hospital. So I got a contract with the hospital where we clean up, office buildings and stuff like that. Doctor offices and stuff. And shoot, man, I stay busy. You know what I mean? I always got something to do. But I always make sure what I'm doing is I make my own time and my own schedule too, pretty much. You know what I mean? So I can pretty much have time to come on and talk. I can make my own schedule and do what I got to do. I ain't really depending on the system. you know what I'm saying, to
Right.
work for me like that. So I just, you know, God, you know, the Creator just blessed me, though. You know what I'm saying? Have a set of hands to be able to use my hands and my mind and try to make, you know, make what I got work. You know.
Right. Yeah, Lisa Smith said, you sound like someone I know. And then she said, you a hustler, Williams.
I appreciate it. And I don't know no other way. You know, I've been on my own since I was 14 years old. I had my first car when I was 14, going on 15 years old. My first car was a 78 Cadillac Seville,
Mm.
like the one I got now.
Mm.
You know, and since I bought that first car, the cars that came after that was Cadillacs. I had like 5 Cadillacs before I even started driving anything else. I had 3 at one time sitting in my yard, you know, all of them running, you know.
Right.
I was a Cadillac man at first, you know. Still is, but you know,
Right.
I was just looking back at some of my younger days, you know, when I was 14 and 15 years old, man, I was hustling then. I was getting it then, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Still out here getting it, you know, so it ain't no excuse why a person shouldn't have no matter life, because it's out here. You just got to get it.
Right.
You know.
About taking
My
that initiative.
my first 5 cars was Cadillac, man. And then I switched over to Oldsmobiles, and then I started getting cutlasses and all that stuff, you know. Yeah. I done had many a cars and stuff. I know I ain't gonna sit here and trade no war story and go back and like we talked about last night, telling them old stories and shit. But like I got cars and stuff now, so I ain't telling no old stories.
Right. Right.
You know.
Now,
I just don't. No, you go ahead.
No, Lowe said, Lisa Smith, I said the same thing. Sounds like somebody I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. So it's all right to get into it. It's all right to get into, you know, what you had if you still got something going. Don't come talking about what you had and you ain't got it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just saying, like when I started out, I came out at a young age, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I had my own house when I was 16 years old.
Oh.
So, you know, I lost it, you know what I'm saying, down the line because I got into some trouble here and there, but it just, you know, I was able to be able to see things at an early age, you know, and I always hung around older people that gave me, you know, good game and always tried to keep me on the right road regardless of what they was going through. They might have been out on the street, crackhead or whatever, lying or whatever, but they still had to you know, encourage me and keep me going, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, you got them people out there that they might be strung out or whatever and going through their situation, but they don't want to see you out there in your situation. They'll try to at least keep you on the right road too. Some of them will. You got some of them won't try to offer it to you and give it to you and all that, but it's gonna end up, you know, it end up being, you know, up to you in the end.
Right.
But the people I hung around, man, and gave me the game was, you know, was the older cats though. I didn't hang around nobody younger than me. Everybody I hung around was older than me.
Yeah.
You know. So
that's where you get your game from, for real. I mean, the people that's around your same age, they searching just like you. So why am I hanging around the person that's searching for the same thing I'm searching for? Unless we both on the same quest. And like, okay, you know this old head, I know this old head. Okay, we link up like that because we trying to gain more game. But as far as me learning anything from you, I mean, I'll say it like this. You can learn something from somebody your same age as long as they're on the quest on hustling to be better. And that aspect, yeah. But as far as like, no, they're teaching me something, nah, not so much.
Yeah. You're going to always have a person that want to follow you, and then, you know what I'm saying, and if you're the leader, you know what I'm saying, you're still going to have that person that want to follow you too.
Right,
so,
true.
You know, and I was like, I didn't want to follow nobody else, but at the same time, I knew people that came up after me that I put in the game and gave them game to, that I had to lace them up with the old schools laced me up with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to pass that thing down, you know. And I got a chance to, by me being young, and the little homies that came up under me, you know what I'm saying, they got a chance to see some love, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, you know, people were showing love back then, you know.
Right. See, now we're in the days where people are playing all the cards to their chest. And the people that are trying to offer something, they're trying to charge a exorbitant fee. And I ain't with none of that kind of shit at all.
You know, because it's, you know, game. Like I say, sometimes the game can be sold, not told, but it's all about, you know what I'm saying. I think that knowledge is free for a person who's seeking it, for somebody who wants it. You know, sometimes you got to go through something, and it's experience too.
Right.
You know, sometimes you got to go through something to gain that knowledge. It ain't gonna, somebody can tell you, but until you live it out, you ain't gonna know how it's gonna even end up for you.
To me, the best analogy is the Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid. What was the original Karate Kid? You know, he was a little dude from out of New York that went to move out to, you know, California, and he didn't have no money. You know, he's single. He was coming from a single parent home, a single mother, and he didn't have no money. But you know, the school he was going to, he wanted to, you know, be able to protect himself. So he got with this older dude that actually needed some help on his property. So it was essentially a trade-off. Like, I don't really got no money, but you need some things taken care of on your property. So it's a trade-off, you know.
Right.
It's a barter system. Right.
That's right. Oh, and what he gave him, you know what I'm saying, was priceless.
Right.
What he learned was priceless. He didn't know it to the end, but you know, it was priceless. You know? And that's what Lisa Smith's talking about. You know, she wants you to give her, you know what I'm saying, another avenue or another outlook on, you know what I'm saying, on another way out. In other words,
right.
Don't come trying to tell me something I already know. I'm already doing or whatever. Tell me something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Show me how to make it up out this thing.
Right.
So don't show me that that's going to set me back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or keep me stagnant.
Right, because we got so many people out here doing lip service. I mean, I got to see how you're actually winning, how you're actually getting this. You can't just tell me you're getting this and I'm supposed to, you know, jump on and ride your wave to nowhere. I got to actually see this in the making, you know. If you so claim you like me or whatever, hey, let me see this in actual action, reality. I don't need no war stories of what you used to do. No, let's see what you're doing now. You know, I got this now. What do you have? Is it comparable to what I have?
That's right. And if not, what are you gonna go about? How you going about getting it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might not got it right then, but you might be on the way to get it, or you might be obtaining it, or whatever you're saying came. You know, so what road are you on to get to where you're going?
Right.
You know, if you ain't got that figured out, then that means you still ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You ain't figured out nothing yet.
I just look at it like this: holler at me when you start putting something together. Don't come at me when you know your own self ain't right. How's that look? Now I can see like I always said at the beginning, y'all's both youngsters, y'all coming up. That's different. But and when you done arrived at a certain amount of age and you ain't at this other level, you got to be, you know, doing your damnedest to make sure you're all right at least before you even try to, you know, okay, yeah, I want you in my world, but you know, right now, you know, I'm living kind of messed up, but I'm damn near the same age as you. We're in the 30s or late 20s or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm. You know, you got to go ahead and get what you're gonna get and do what you're gonna do. Like you said, you know, time ain't waiting on nobody. And people out here trying to get it now. You know, they don't want to be around nobody who ain't trying to get it. That's a hold me back. You trying to hold me down. You don't want to see me prosper. You know, and get it. And you got a lot of people out there don't want to see you getting nothing.
Right.
You know?
Now Lisa Smith said, thank you, Williams, and then she said, right, Reek, break bread first. Now, as far as the break bread first, it don't even so much have to be that. We could be Dutch. Long as I could hold my end up and you can hold your end up, we'll work out the you know, next time I get you, you get me, but at least be able to hold your end up. You know what I'm saying?
Do what you say. You tell me you come in at 8:30, come at 8:30, or come at 8:15. Don't come at 8:45 and 9 o'clock. Come out. If you're gonna come early. You know what I'm saying? If you're going on a date with somebody, you know you're gonna show up an hour late. Right. You got somebody waiting on you a whole hour. And you know how many thoughts went through their head? If I'm coming, I'm gonna try to be there early. I'm gonna be calling. I know I'm supposed to be there at 8:30. It's about 8:15, 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go and start heading that way or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
But see, this is what it be. A lot of little young brothers, they get to watch it. And I won't even say porn no more, because you could go on social media and see some craziness where you don't even have to, be buying no porn or anything like that. So they're so sex driven because they haven't had any yet. So when they do actually, come into a vicinity of a female that's showing some kind of interest towards them, their mind is automatically going towards sex. Like, man, she got a fat chest, she got big hips, and ooh. Instead of, okay, how can I get to know her so maybe we can eventually venture off into that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like they jumping into it. They want it right now. They want the microwave world. They want it right now. Shoot, it's hard to go out there and find a 21-year-old virgin, 18-year-old virgin. It's hard for them youngsters to find one of them.
Right. And see, that's another thing. A lot of people got that kind of thing in their head, like, oh, your body count got to be low. Come on, man. I mean, we in the real world. Things happen. As long as they ain't carrying no diseases or anything like that, they ain't got no crazy stalkers or nothing like that. Don't even stop thinking like that. The TV got you stuck on that. These social media things where people run polls or how big is her body count? How big is your body count? How many females that you done been with? Come on. There's all kind of ways you could discredit somebody. Right.
But they look at it for that one thing, it don't be like that. And I know some women, that got caught up out there on them drugs and stuff, and they was doing what they had to do to get they high, get they fix or whatever. And shoot, I know some of them still got married and doing good now. You know what I mean?
Right, done turn their life around and everything.
Everything doing good. You know what I'm saying? So and people ain't looking at that saying, oh, they might be saying it, but they're looking at the change that person has made also.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, how this documentary is, that encompasses everything within a relationship. If you really sit back and look at it, a lot of people just look at it, certain portions. What can I get out of the other person? What's in it for me? Instead of what can I add to their world? What can I genuinely make them happy with? It's too much me. Like Lisa Smith said, pay me, me. That's why it's so many complications, and women be rude when certain dudes say certain things and say something slick. Hey, you in the blue with the fatty. They don't want to hear that because they're already assuming, okay, he's looking at me in a sex way. She may not even be wearing clothes crazy or something. It's just how her clothes fit her. So you saying all this kind of stuff off top. That's how they figure you are,
You didn't call out her name because you don't even know the person's name. You out yelling.
Right.
You say, hey, baby girl, come here, this and that. Come here, little mama. You know what I'm saying? All that old kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You done addressed them the wrong way off the top. But and something else I was gonna say about it slipped my mind though. It'll come back to me. I was gonna say about speaking on the relationship issue too, a topic that we didn't cover, but it'll come back to me.
All right. Lisa Smith, you got anything to add about different things to be covered? Maybe ask.
Oh yeah, it came back.
Okay.
Just like Lisa Smith said last night, you know what I'm saying? When you meet that person's gonna get older. And you know what I'm saying? That person you might get sick, or that person might get sicker, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna really be there for that person then when after you done got in the relationship with that person, and then later on down the line, a ill effect come upon that person? Are you gonna still be 100 with that person, to be down for that person? Are you gonna carry that weight for that person?
Right. That's a real thing. Matter of fact, I got a good example of that. I had a younger cousin. She had just passed just last year from cancer, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And she was married and she had two little kids. One was they're three and the other one's like five, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, essentially, they don't have a mother. They just have a father. She was married. But,
So
now
yeah.
he has to support his two daughters without, their mother in the picture anymore and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And that's a real thing because a lot of people are like, well, let me put it off on the
Mm-hmm.
grandkids and all that. No, it's your responsibility.
Yeah. They want to run from the responsibility, and or that person may be, just say for instance, this person may be sick, you know what I'm saying, or going through what they're going through, and they may be on their dying bed, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't really on their side the way you should be. You pretty much trying to rush them into their death or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we can get maybe their little insurance or whatever out for them or whatever. It's like you trying to go on where she's sick or he's sick. I can't do nothing for him. Ain't no sense to me, you know what I'm saying, stopping my life because that person's sick or whatever. I might as well, you know what I'm saying, move on. How you really feel about that person,
Right.
That's them issues too. That are you able to, you know what I'm saying, mount up, man up, or woman up to that situation when that situation come at hand? Because we all know we're gonna come to a point in time that we're gonna get sick, or we might not be at our best. And we're gonna need somebody. You know what I'm saying? That person who's been saying they're gonna be there for you may have been there for you 10, 20, 30 years. But then, that was the good in you. Now they got all the good out of you. You get sick now. And are they still gonna be there for you the way it was for you then? You
Right.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
So
see what's so critical, a lot of people don't think about that because they got youth on their side. They're like, man, I ain't never gonna get sick. I'm gonna be always good until the adversity start to hit you, and then you start to really see, this is what life is really about. Someone that is really caring for me, not besides this material stuff. I could have whatever I have, but they actually care for me.
Right. I done seen people, God bless the dead. I done seen people leave, you know what I'm saying, and they spouses or whatever. I be like, ain't nothing I can really do for it no more, or him no more. He, you know what I'm saying, it's all in the Lord's hands now. And pretty much he like it's just like your family, like your parents raising you up as a child, and they teaching you everything right, you know what I mean? And then once they get older and stuff, and they want you to carry on with the legacy or whatever, instead of you doing that, you go put them in the damn home because you don't want to be bothered with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then now you end up losing everything in the end or whatever because you fail to honor your father or your mother or your spouse or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that stuff going on too that people don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. You really by my side when I'm sick or when I'm down or whatever. And anybody be by your side when it's all good, when you're doing good or when you're up or whatever.
Right.
When you start hurting, when you go down, or whether it's pain or whether it's finance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You start finding out who your friends are. They start dropping like dominoes then because you ain't got nothing to offer them no more then.
Right.
They can't benefit from you no more then. Some of your friends stop coming around when you get in the wheelchair, you get down for a minute or whatever. You ain't got nobody gonna come around and help you. You know what I mean? You got to wear the piss bag. Somebody got to change your pamper and all that. Come on, who's gonna really do all this for you if they don't love you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they take it now for granted and look at it like, we ain't gonna never get old, but shit, we gonna get old. And for the most people, they want to grow old with somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, and like they say, for better or worse, in my sickness and my wellness, or you gonna really be there for me.
Right.
So all them good topics and good issues that it can go on and on because it's a part of life that people need to hear about, and think about too before you get, if you ain't already old or whatever, before you get that way.
Right.
The youngsters, I know when I was young, I'm gonna say for myself, I didn't think like that. I used to look at the older people, I used to think they was gonna, like you said something in one of those videos. You was like my grandparents when I came with my parents, they was like all them people you looked up to them. They was like heroes to them. You thought Big Mama couldn't get sick or nothing like that because she was always tough. You know what I'm saying? And,
right.
And then when they get sick, it's like, oh man, you know what I mean? The hero's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It just gives you a whole different perspective on life. Like, man, Life is so fragile. I mean, you see in that instance how it's fragile. Like you can see all the travesties and all that throughout the world, and you'll be like, it hits you a different way versus
Yeah.
the ones that actually brought you here and actually taught you how to tie your shoe or do certain things in life that really helped your life. Say your first words and things like that.
Hmm. Yeah. I remember my grandma before she got down, bless her soul, she died, alcoholism, back in 1990. And I watched her go through, what I'm saying? She go through a stroke, got paralyzed, and lost both of her legs. Well, lost both of her legs, due to all that, drinking alcohol and stuff, and got sugar. I got all that diabetes and stuff. She just got down and real sick, you know. And I remember it was probably about 10, 11 years old. I had to go in there and help bathe and turn her over and stuff. And I used to be crying because I didn't want to see her like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She couldn't talk or couldn't move, but she can just sit there and look at us. You know what I mean? And me and my mom and them, we were going there and, try to clean her up and stuff, It just makes me think, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We don't think about how important people live in our life, until they gone.
Right.
And that's why I don't like nobody trying to, pull no wool and no bullshit over my eyes. If I take people as a friend, you know what I'm saying, or a pretty good person, I take that to my heart. You know what I mean?
Right.
If somebody like violate me, I get pissed in the way to where, you know what I'm saying, I really want to do something to somebody, because I feel like, I've been too good of a person to that person for them to do me like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree.
You give somebody you give somebody your real kinship and your real friendship, and they show you some bullshit in return, they hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's what leads to anger when you start hurting because you want to do something.
Right.
So we have to learn how to find different ways to combat situations like that too.
That's true. But like simple conversations, simple things, to calm your mind. Like, hey, I know you may be feeling like this, but hey, you got more in you. That's why I appreciate, you and Lo when he said, hey, when I was going through the thing I was going through, like Rick, they can't take what you have created and are continue to create because you're the originator. So
That's
it's
right.
like you got to look at it from that aspect. I'm like, yeah, it's distasteful and BS that a person want to carry out something like that, but you have other things and other ventures that you'll be you know um the Most High got for you. So don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, what he call himself getting, it ain't gonna help him in the long run. It's gonna revert back to the original. So I mean, and it ain't helping them now. So, and then plus, we didn't build more content since then. So
Right.
So it's just like he just got just a little small fraction of nothing. He took a little something. He took a little something and made something big out of it.
Mm-hmm. And how I look at it, a lot of people try to count numbers like I got this many things, but if you got a lot of things that ain't worth shit, I mean, it's still not worth shit no matter how much of it you got.
I'm telling you might well throw that shit in the jump pile.
Right.
If it's broke, then you can't fix it. Get rid of it. Right. You turn to a hoarder like that.
Mm-hmm.
Collecting shit that don't mean and ain't got no value to it.
Right.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, I hear a lot of people going on about, I'm driving this and foreign that. I can look up the value what they're going for on Craigslist and various other things. I'm like, man, I could buy that for like $1,500 or $4,000. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me a Chevelle that's worth damn near 6 figures right now. Give me one of them.
All right. Hey, did you see that Sky the Killer video you made yesterday?
About which one? Because he made a few of them. I know he was talking about one about Range Rover and basically how China makes Range Rover and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about how he was talking about basically they pieces of shit.
Right.
I was just wondering, did you catch that one? Because you say you'd be on that channel too. And
Yeah, because this is how I look at it. Okay, China took over, or well, I'll put it like this: China got 50% interest in Range Rover and Jaguar. Now,
Right.
back in the day, Jaguar and Land Rover were the shit.
Right.
But as it stands today, they're half owned by China, and the other half is an Indian company. The Indian company,
Tata.
yeah, their claim to fame was making the cheapest car they can make. That's essentially the number one piece of shit car. So you figure they take over Jag and take over
Land Rover.
Yeah, Land Rover, and now what they have multiple type of problems. I mean, that's costly. It's like these cars are how they're building cars. They're building them to break down. They're not building them to have longevity. And when they do break down, all the parts cost like exorbitant amounts of money. And when you hear someone trying to run this, well, it costs to have luxury. I mean, back in the day, it was luxury where you didn't have to do that. So why do I got to keep paying money for something that should be a simple fix?
Then I was listening to when he was saying that when Tata and when they like you said they got 50% on it.
Yeah.
They said they lost so many billions of dollars in that.
Right.
You know, they lost billions of dollars because the cars and shit was so cheaply made and falling apart and shit. You know. He said they lost more money than they made. That's why they had to come in and save them.
Right.
But now he's saying that they supposed to be coming out with these electric cars now, so he don't know how they gonna do those, because they coming out with a whole different thing in 2020. They coming out electric cars. But I know so many people got those Land Rovers, and they all have defects in them.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone I've seen run, they're all in the same color too.
Mm-hmm.
But they all got defects in them. My cousin got one in the yard now. He bought that Joker, man. He bragged about it and shit. He didn't have that mug 6 months before it broke down.
Mm.
And now he can't do nothing with it. He wanted to sell it.
Huh.
A lot of cars people be bragging about and be talking about this. Oh, I got this and I got that. If it ain't got no value to it, you ain't got nothing.
Right.
A lot of them cars ain't holding the value that them cars used to have, because they don't make them the same no more. That's why I'm holding on to my old school cars.
Right.
You know, because they don't make them cars no more, and they easy to fix on. You can fix them and keep on going, you know. For the people that's my age and a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, they want old school cars.
Right. And they're worth money because they know this. I mean, this thing is they actually built a car that is much as steel that, you know, Cadillacs from the late 60s and mid 70s and stuff, all that steel, man, that car be costing so much money to produce.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, it does, because think of the real high-end cars that they make, what? Bugatti, all them type of cars is up in the millions.
Yeah, and they don't tell you about the maintenance on when you got to buy a battery or you got to buy an alternator or start or something, you know.
Right.
That stuff be high.
Yeah, like I said, when I was getting Goldie service, my Gold Coupe, dude was like, yeah, the water pump in your Cadillac probably maybe $40, if that. He said the water pump in this Beamer that I'm doing, just the water pump, not the maintenance, $600.
I know that's right.
No.
That's just ridiculous. Scotty say he ain't never bought a new car. He say he all bought his car.
Right. But think about this. Okay. Oh, so you got to show them that you're driving Beamer. Okay, you're driving Beamer. That means you got to pull up on some fake-ass bitch, and you got to have this fake-ass bitch that's thinking you really rolling when you're really not. So she's going to take you for whatever you have, because she's a fake-ass bitch, like you a fake-ass motherfucker trying to, you know, put on the hits like you really doing something when you're not. No, I'd rather be reality based. Like, yeah, this an old Cadillac, and it's worth some coins. This ain't my only car either.
And I got a
Oh shoot! Hold on a second, Williams. What happened? Hold on, y'all. Something happened. I gotta reconnect.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, I got disconnected because I'm using this Bluetooth speaker.
Okay. I was saying, and you got I say this ain't the only car I got, and I got a yard to park it in. So you catch a lot of them got them Beamers and stuff, them high end cars, and they at the apartment complex. So
Right.
They staying with mama or daddy or somebody else. They ain't got their own car, their own house. I mean.
Right. Own properties or whatever.
Yeah, you pulling out an apartment complex or somewhere else, and you got a $100,000 car. Ain't matching your income.
Right. Having the wrong people look at you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I say, if you can afford to keep the maintenance up on it and that's what you want, hey, get it.
Yeah, if you can do that, yeah. I'm all for it if you can do it, but if you can't do that, don't do that.
Yeah, don't put yourself in no jam like that.
Like I almost buy into the mantra what Scotty Kilmer says, like, okay, if you want to lease something like that where you're not gonna keep it, yeah, go ahead and do that. If you got the money to spend like that, yeah, do it like that, because you ain't really, I mean, you're not gonna keep it, or you can have an option to get something different, but you're not gonna be hit with those, maintenance costs because everything's gonna be under warranty.
I got a 98 Buick in my car. I drive it pretty much every day. When I want to drive it, that's to get me around town or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if it breaks down, I can fix it myself.
Right.
So that's why I drive it. I don't even really like it. I ain't no Buick fan, but you know what I'm saying? It's a good running car, so shoot, I'm gonna ride. Now, right. I like them old Buicks, them 225. You know what I mean? Them quarter horses. I like them.
Right.
Big Electras, and then, you know what I'm saying, Skylark. I like them old ones.
Mm-hmm.
But them new ones, them 90 models, I ain't get up into them. I don't really like them like that. But, I got one, though.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's all right.
Well, how I look at it, within your whole arsenal of cars, you gotta have a trapper car. You can't just be, okay, I'm riding nice every single. I mean, you can, but to me, I'd rather ride a trapper car and then have all my nice ones put up,
That's right. Pull them out on the weekend or something.
Right.
Holiday or a weekend, or, we got a thing down here. I was in it a few years with my homeboy, but I didn't drive my car. But they do cruising the coast down here. And we get on, everybody get their old school ride and they just ride coast to coast. They ride the coast down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's nice. I mean, bike or motorcycles, all kind of stuff, just clean. All kind of old school cars, new school cars.
Yeah.
It's called cruising the coast. And we ride coast to coast, set up and go to the beach and stuff like that. Be pretty fun, man. You can't. It be so many vehicles and stuff. The eye can't see. You can't count them many. You can't count it. Everybody got something clean pulling up in, like, damn. I know this one old cat, man. He probably about 50-something years old. Man, this dude got like 20 old school. Every last one of them fucking original. Them all clean, man. Yeah. He created he got his own patent or something. He created something. He got a patent for it. And I guess he's a millionaire or whatever. But man, that dude got like 20 old school cars, man. Every last one of them, he can heat off the floorboard. You can heat off the motor. Clean. I said, dang, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, when you have a lot of cars, you got to kind of rotate them a little bit. See, like every now and then I be lazy because, like, I'm gonna say my Mercury Marauder, I ain't drove that since like 2017, but I know I need to get it back, active again because it been laying down for a minute.
Yep. If you can hold on to him, man, because Obama got there. He killed the streets when he put that cash for clunkers out there.
Right. Because you rarely see a Cutlass Supreme now. I said you rarely see a Cutlass Supreme now.
Yeah, he killed the game with that, man. You know, that knocked a lot of business out the market for the black market and the under market. You know, yeah. You got them old schools now. See people trying to hold on to them.
So everybody's still there. You still there? You still there, Low? You still there, Lisa Smith? No,
Yeah, anybody out there?
y'all been kind of quiet on the commenting tip.
Oh, anybody comment?
No, this kind of slowed down.
Oh, it might be time to wrap it up and get slow like that. You know.
Okay, yeah. I guess Lisa Smith said she's still there, and Low said he's still here.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Know somebody out there then.
Yeah, I guess I guess it'd be like that. People be listening and don't want to interrupt the conversation flow.
That's what's up. I'm glad they listening in. Shout out to them. I'm surprised everybody up this morning. They on the same page, huh?
Right. Late night, early morning.
That's what I'm talking about, people. We can go get it.
Right.
We don't sleep around here. Sleep late, lose weight.
Right. That's definitely true.
Shoot, man. I've been doing that since I believe that was raised in me, because I came up with my parents raised me up, and then I got a chance to see my grandparents and stuff like that, and they taught us how to get up early in the morning and go out there in the damn garden and, you know, pick the damn greens and potatoes and stuff like that and prepare the meals and stuff, man, you know.
Right.
So ever since I was young, I always liked to get up early in the morning and, you know, be trying to accomplish something for the day, you know.
Right, and with that being said, that's important in a relationship too. You got to have some. You
got to have daily goals.
Yeah, you know, that you meet every day.
You got to be trying to do something every day and make a move or a power shift or, you know, a dollar. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that too. See, I do charity too though. Like I say, I got some for the elders in the community and stuff. I cut their grass and stuff. I do, you know, wash their cars and stuff, the trees and stuff like that. So I do a lot of charity and stuff too. I don't just try to be selfish and try to get the dollar all the time, you know.
Right.
But that's my way of, like I say, paying my homage back to the community too, you know.
Right.
You know. That'll take you a long way too, you know, respecting your elders and you know, being there for them too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I got this older lady, you know. Well, she was a cousin of mine, but she ain't real close, you know what I'm saying, Ken. But she like 93 years old, you know, and she just got down, you know, a few years back and got in the wheelchair. But other than that, she was walking and stuff. So I go by and check on her and take her breakfast every now and then and stuff, sit down and talk to her and stuff.
Yeah.
You know. And it makes people feel good, man, to just tell them that you love them and, you know, how you know, be glad to see them and, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when people get old, they don't have nobody to stop by and see them and talk to them. And
right.
That pushes a lot of them in the home, too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People don't pay them no attention no more because they get older, but they, you know, they get that check every month. They pop up every month to get that little check money or whatever.
Right.
Go pay the little light bill, a little water bill, but then you want to keep the change and, you know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them older people get took advantage of too, I see. You know, they get neglected a whole lot when they start getting up in age, and, you know. So I try to be one of the ones that go check on them and make sure they're all right, you know, cut the grass for them, and, you know, I even take them and rub her hair, you know, put my hands on her and rub her, you know, back for her and massage and stuff and talk to her, tell her I love her and stuff like that. And it make them feel good, you know.
Right.
So, because, you know, people are still people, but they get looked over a whole lot. And we learned a whole lot from them, too, but we can't forget about them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I see some more people that done popped up. Hey, if you're new in the chat room, say something. Put something up in the comments and add what you want to add. You know, we don't have to talk about what, you know, I kind of initially got everything covered, what I want to do in the documentary. But if you got anything to add, if you're new, if you're not new, hey, just say what's up. Like, hey, what up, Rick? What's going on, Williams? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can add you to the call. Matter of fact, it'd be optimum to do that right now because I probably say in the next maybe 15 minutes I'll be going off because hopefully them people be coming through to do what they need to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, just say
Yep.
something.
If you out there, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate that.
Right. And I appreciate it. As soon as you said it, they did it. So hey,
Yeah.
that's a good
what's up.
thing.
We ain't doing them kicking the real, just going talking about real life situations and the ins and the outs and the do's and the don'ts.
Right.
Just an aspect, just something to add on to and keep the documentary going, put some flavor in it.
Right, because I'm
I'm glad
definitely
that
gonna
people
put it
listened.
together.
I thought it had slowed down for a minute. I'm glad everybody still chimed in.
Right.
And let us know that they still paying attention and still listening and doing what they gotta do at the same time. That's what's up, people.
Right. Because I want to say Lisa Smith said she was straightening up.
If
So
y'all wasn't on here, we wouldn't be on here. So we got to give y'all a shout out and give y'all the love too.
right.
What they say?
No, I was just saying. Lisa Smith was straightening her house, so I guess people could listen while they cleaning, doing carrying out their everyday duties or whatever.
Yeah. I think she how can I say, I think she got straight to the point last night. I don't think nobody will have too many more questions to ask her. I think she pretty much then covered everything about herself, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Her character and her personality, you know what I mean? So
yeah, because for a while when she would just comment, it was those ignorant types that would say, "Oh, no, Rick done made that person up." I'm like, how am I gonna make up a person? Just because you see them commenting favorable towards whatever I want, they're fake. I don't even understand this. So that's the opportunity that availed itself for her wanting to come on. I said, come on, because they think you're fake. Just like probably before I let you on, they probably thought you was fake. Oh, Rick done made a fake thing with some dude named Williams and things, and he's fake. No, he's on here. He can tell you for himself he's not fake. So I mean, come on, man, cut the nonsense out.
Yeah, we real people. These real events that's taking place. This ain't no artificial intelligence or no kind of crazy junk like that.
Right.
And ain't nobody paying nobody to go on nobody's channel and say nothing either. So let's put that out there. We spending our own time.
Right.
So it don't cost nothing to voice your opinion and to speak the way you feel. Like some people try to charge you for, or put it in the book or whatever and try to charge you for it.
Right.
You get certain people you can go to and certain, networks and certain YouTube you can go to and get the real information or the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on there, it's a small percentage of them that's talking real, but the bigger percentage of them talking all crazy and they got all the other stuff going on. So, which it makes it harder for people to find the real people out here in the world.
Right.
You got so many people that's faking it like they out here, but they ain't out here. We real people out here in the world. We got to get money every day. We got to live our life every day, day to day.
Right.
This is a reality. This is a reality. This ain't no soap opera channel and no show that we sit and tell no crazy stories. And we talk real live events. What's going on in reality, what's going on in relationships and life, and with people, and we try to diagnose and analyze situations, on every aspect and try to cover all, type of situations, grounds and levels. So,
Wiz, I wanted to ask you this because after the live, Lisa Smith asked me, she wanted to know what sign you was because she said she's a Sagittarius.
I'm Aquarius.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you ask that, Lisa? We think alike, or we got a lot in common or something?
I think probably because since y'all been going on together, you know how you could tell different energies, you know, with her being a Sagittarius, because
Yeah.
Shad, he's a Sagittarius, so they're both Sagittarius, so different kind of connections from different kind of signs and things like that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say I'm a people person, but I'm a real people person. Like if somebody just, I'm a down to earth person that you can talk to every day and pretty much, you ain't gonna get no bullshit out of it, no fake jig or nothing. I'm gonna be the same today I am tomorrow or whatever. I ain't changing up or nothing like that. If I rock with you, I rock with you. I ain't no flip flop dude or nothing like that. Before I decide to, try to lead somebody in the wrong path or whatever, I just go my own way. Or something. If I can't help you, I damn sure ain't gonna hurt you.
Right. Yeah. Lisa said water bearer. So you saying because Aquarius is a water sign?
Yeah, water bearer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say Sagittarius is a fire sign.
Mm-hmm. Sagittarius is what, September?
I think December the, I don't know if it's, what is it? What's the Lisa Smith is Sagittarius from December to what? Hey Larry, what sign are you? Or Lo, what sign are you? Let's knock the astrology out. The horoscopes.
Yeah. Down to another level.
Okay, she said middle of November to December. Okay.
Oh, okay. That means she'll be what? She'll be the bird in with.
I think
That's not March. That's in March, May or March or something like that. I think. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm pretty much a people person. I can, I try to communicate, in different ways, and I try to have different outlooks on other people's opinions and stuff too. Cause I know I ain't always right, and I'm always going to take advice, if it's some good, positive advice. And I don't like negative energy, so I try to keep everything on a positive note, And to me, that makes my day easier, is getting along, and you know what I'm saying. I love to laugh and smile and talk shit. So that keeps my day going. I don't like to be all snobby and stuck up and face all frowned up and all that.
Right. Okay. Lisa Smith said Aquarius is an air sign, and then she said, Larry, you are Gemini, and then I guess I'll throw mine in there. I'm a Pisces.
Okay then. Well, we got a connection going somewhere, so
right.
we tapping into different energies. I guess we can say.
True. But yeah, I get you about that. Being around certain people, because I was visiting with my aunt, and he had this lady over. The lady who was talking so bitter, I had to leave. I'm like, man, I can't be around that kind of stuff. They start trying to hamper your spirit. Like, man, you ain't got nothing positive to offer. Come on, lady.
Yeah. It's like to me that drags you down, man. That, like you said, that spirit, it just pull that energy from you. It's like being around somebody and they grouchy all the time.
Right.
Like, they ain't got nothing good to say. They always, bringing their problems to you or something like that. It's like, hey man, I understand you got problems and stuff. Hey, don't throw all that shit on me. I got my own problems. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't mind you trying to vent or whatever and get it off your chest or whatever, but don't keep on coming around with that same old energy every day, because pretty soon or later that's gonna start wearing and tearing on you.
Right.
Either you're gonna do something about the situation, or you not. Stop crying and bickering about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to see somebody just come around all the time, with the po mouth, the po face. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got this, or I ain't got that, or you help me do this, or help me do that, or such and such. They always got a sad story. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never coming with nothing uplifting or nothing. Hey man, how you doing today, man? Let's blaze one up. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's grab a bite to eat or something. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on? Hey, how there's always when something wrong. You want to you want to come around.
Right. Yeah, Lisa Smith said, y'all know how I feel about Pisces. Laugh out loud. Broke my heart back in the day.
Uh-oh.
And then she said, life makes people bitter sometimes.
Yeah. 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 Sometimes people get dealt the hand, they get dealt, and they don't know how to play the hand out.
Right.
Everybody don't have a handful of spades, you know.
Huh.
Sometimes you have to play with what you got. You know, sometimes you're gonna have that shitty hand where you ain't gonna have nothing. You gotta just try to make something out of it. And I'm used to having one of those shitty hands where hell, if I ain't got nothing, I know how to go out and make something.
True.
It ain't a day they go by that I don't get up in the morning time that I can't put my hand on the dollar.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Going to sleep the day before it, I already got my mind set up on what I need to be doing the next day to get my dollar set up. I got somebody grass to cut or a car to wash or a power wash somebody concrete or pour a slab or whatever.
Huh.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then I learned how to use my hands real good, so I can do all kinds of stuff, man. I don't care about getting dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Long as some soap available and soap and water, you good.
You got some money, I'm finna do it. I'm like goddamn Mike Ray. I'm Dirty Jaws.
Huh.
I do some of everything, man. But that come with experience and being around people and people showing you stuff while you growing up, and then you being able to, you know what I'm saying, learn and comprehend and know what to do when you find yourself in a situation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like say like for instance, you got a car or you got a house or whatever. Shoot, I ain't finna call no carpenter. I'm finna try to fix this myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And with the information they got out nowadays, it's easy because all you gotta do is go on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you know what I'm saying, you had to know what you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to pay attention to what you was being taught, you know what I'm saying? And then you had hands-on experience.
Right.
You know, my granddad was a mechanic, and I remember a little boy, I'd be up on the car with him, trying to see what he doing.
Right.
He'd be like, hand me that 3/8 wrench, or hand me that half inch, or that socket right there, whatever. I'm going straight to it because I already know what he's talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Give me that crescent wrench.
Yeah. Well, he showed us at an early age. They always told us, don't never have nothing, you know, that you ain't able to, if you can't fix it, you don't need to have it.
Right.
They break down, you can't fix it, you don't need to have it, you need to get rid of it.
Right. Like I said, the most ones I be seeing that be calling themselves players and then also veterans of the game and all this stuff. When I see they can't turn a wrench, to me, I put them on a level with a broad. That's how I look at it. Like, you can't do this and you a man? Come on, man. That make you less manly.
Yeah. And see, a woman want a man to come in, a real woman want a man to come in and do those manly things and take control and do what he's supposed to do, you know. And if he can't do it, then he needs to be trying to get somebody else who can do it, you know.
Right.
Now, if your lady car break down or something, you know what I'm saying, you be trying to get it fixed, you know. No, you don't need to be sitting in the yard for 2 or 3 months.
Right, you know, right. Being a lawn ornament.
So, people just need, you know, for a lot of the youngsters. You know, I was cutting them. It's on the same topic, but I was cutting the yard yesterday morning, and these three teenagers, they melanated guys. So they had already asked me the day before, could they cut the yard? And I told them, yeah. I said, how much you would charge me? They told me what they would charge. And I was gonna do it. So I said, I tell you what, since y'all trying to make some money, y'all ain't, you know, y'all young and y'all ain't out here trying to do this and do that. I'll pay y'all to cut the yard. You know what I'm saying? So I went over there yesterday morning and they hadn't cut it yet. So I was gonna get ready to start cutting it. And then they came up. So I ended up letting them cut it, right?
Right.
So the oldest one, man, after me talking with him, it was him, his brother, and another one of their friends. And he was like, man, this dude right here, he know how to fix everything. He said, anything you got, he know how to fix. You know what I'm saying? Lawnmowers, TVs, all, man, dude can fix everything. And he number like 16, 17 years old.
Huh.
He's so talented. I was like, wow. It was like his little brother said, man, you got something, bro, he can fix it. Some people just, what I'm saying, some people just born with that. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
Some people just born with that talent. So now it just amazed me because I was like, damn, this dude's 16 years old. And y'all telling me he fix on cars and boats and all. He build motors. He do all kinds of stuff, you know. But then he was raised up with his dad raised him up, and his dad was always into all kind of stuff. So it just, I guess it just was in him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Williams, everybody else, I'm gonna have to cut this short. Them people. So, hey, maybe I might come back in after all this, you know, stuff gets situated. But it's been a good dialogue that we've been having. But I gotta hit these people up.
All right, send me a text when you get ready to go back on, and you know, and that notification.
All right.
Yeah, we out.
We out.